Welcome back, football fam. You're here with the Gilly boys. We got Ty Marcus here to break down the college football playoff semifinals. We got first one we're going to talk about is going to be number 10, Miami versus number 2, Ohio State. Quick review of that game. Ty, what stood out most to you in that game when you were watching it?
That Ruben Bain does not have short arms. That's what stood out. But it's just kidding though. But the Ohio State's offensive line, like we get that Miami's defensive line is fantastic, but their Ohio State's offensive line is terrible. Like a pressure on every play, that's insane. Even a good offensive line gets you at least a couple plays you can just sit in the pocket for a little bit. But Julian Saint was running for his life. Uh, it's just if coaches build your team from the inside out. That's all I'm saying.
Hey man, shout out to that man. Live by that. Live and die by the trenches. I think we find a weakness in Junior saying he don't handle pressure very well. 2 games against pressure, he looked pretty bad. Um, I would say Ohio State offensive line not as good as Texas A&M offensive line. I'm not going to call them terrible.
Terrible.
They're not as good as Texas A&M, and you see that's why I picked Miami to win this game because I saw Texas A&M offensive line. I thought, okay, they're better than Ohio State's, and they couldn't handle Miami's D line. So I kind of thought it'd be the same thing, and that's what it was. I think Carson Beck played a clean, efficient game. I loved every second of it. Uh, Penalty-free game for the most part for the Miami Hurricanes. That made a big difference. And I think this might be the best defense in the country as far as the matchup between defense coordinator Corey Heatherman and acting play caller Ryan Day. Your thoughts on Ryan Day? Like, what do you think should go from here?
I think I gave you my thoughts last week. I think I asked, is he a good coach? And I think we both say he won a national championship, and we get that. But let me ask you this: does winning a championship make you a good coach?
No, not necessarily. But
We could show ask Doc Rivers. I know I always bring him up, but I have some hate for the man. So
Doc Rivers is not a very good coach. I tell people that all the time. I get to arguing with a guy at work about Doc Rivers all the time. Man, not a very good coach at all.
But if you but good coaches surround themselves with people who can help them win. I.e. Mario Cristobal. I think him hiring that time management consultant or something. He hired somebody in the off season. That made a difference. Miami takes care of the ball late in games now. They call timeouts at the right time. So little things like that. And Ryan Day might be distracted. He has to find a new offense coordinator. Obviously, he can't call the plays. So
yeah, probably not the best decision for him to take the play calling away from Brian Harline. I mean, maybe you should let Brian Harline just keep it for one more game. He already had a rhythm.
He's right there in the sideline. I'm like, is your ego that big?
He's in the press box. What is he doing at the game in the press box if he's not calling the plays? So he might well be on the sideline. So that way he can talk to his quarterback, talk to his offensive line more efficiently than he would from the press box. So
I think if Brian Hartline calls that game, it's a whole different outcome. Not saying they still win, but you put up more points and it's basically a better game because if you saw running the ball was kind of efficient till they stopped going away from it just a little bit. Like I'm not gonna say I'm not saying it was like the best thing in the world, but it was helping them out a little bit. But
I think it's the other way around. I think Bo was pretty shut down until Jeremiah Smith kind of caught a few over the top, and that kind of opened up the rushing attack.
And they didn't take advantage of it.
They didn't. They did not. They did
so
not.
It's like even we saw that.
But don't want to spend too much time on that game. I would love to, but I can't. We got another game to talk about. We got Ole Miss versus Georgia. I guess this matchup was the rematch from earlier this year. Could Ole Miss get revenge on Georgia? Who really was a better team in that matchup? Ole Miss was better for the most part of the game early in the year, and Georgia pulled away in the end. But then you got this matchup, And I think it was pretty evident early who the better team was. Strong kicking game from Ole Miss early in the game. And I
Very.
think what stood out to me was Trinidad Chambers when he decided to go dual threat, the threat of the run, tore Georgia apart. They weren't ready for it. I don't know why, but they
He's
had
been
no
doing
answer for
it.
Trinidad when he decided to go with his legs.
He's been
Your
doing it all
thoughts?
year. Like I get a spy takes away from like coverage, but damn, sometimes a spy helps. Like if you get this man going east and west, it shuts down the QB run, and that's what kept them in the game.
Yeah. They should have. They defensive ends didn't do a good time. Well, I'm gonna say they edges didn't do a good job of run containment on the edge. They really slowed them down too. I will say, is this possibly the best offense left in the playoffs?
I think it is because I think they have the best weapons. Like I didn't know
Cameron,
Keywan Lacey was this good. Like I knew he was good, but I didn't think he was this good. Because you know, like with running backs, you know, there's always the offensive line and all that. But this man was getting hit in the backfield and still going for first downs. So I was like, so that's one thing that stood out to me. Next thing was the tight end. Ole Miss has a great tight end, and he could potentially be a day two guy in a draft. So if your teams you need a tight end, this could be the guy for you. Third thing, Wallace the third man. This dude came out of nowhere. I know he's been balling all season, but he tore this Georgia secondary apart. Like I get Georgia got help with the targeting call. I mean, Ole Miss got help with a targeting call. I don't think it was targeting because the guy slipped. If he stays up, you know anything happens. But I get why they called it. But that was
they've
a
been letting them play in the playoff all playoffs. They haven't been calling nothing. They've been letting them be physical
I,
every game. So
I guess
I
that's why I think it was
call.
targeting because
Yeah, shouldn't have.
so that kind of helped them. That's their best. That was their best DB. So they got the stimulus package, the same thing that LeBron got. So they took advantage of it. So get shout out Pete Golden, man. He's earned that. He's head coach.
And great ending in this game, man. The back and forth was amazing. Shout out to Ole Miss winning at the end. Oh, go ahead.
I was last saying, shout out, man, Gunnar Stockton's a baller. Like this man was getting beat up all game, and shame on Kirby Smart for that fourth down play. I don't know what that was. Like, like
Remind me.
they were on their own 30 and they went for it on fourth down. He said the ball wasn't supposed to be hiked. What's the hike for then? That's something you gotta tell your team.
I think he was trying to lure him off sides.
I know, but he said the ball wasn't supposed to be hiked. So if that's the case, why are they hiking the ball?
I guess somebody saw something. They thought they could take advantage of. But, you know, it is what it is. There's a bit of information coming out of this game that we probably need to talk about involving the Ole Miss coaching staff. January 1st, their contracts at LSU kicked in, and Lane Kiffin has said those guys need to be in Baton Rouge. Those coaches did not return to Oxford after the game. They returned to Baton Rouge. And my thoughts on moving forward, well, I guess your thoughts moving forward. What do you think will happen with the coaches? Like, will they come back or will they have to find replacements? I mean, you got a big game against Miami coming up at Fiesta Bowl. I think you're going to need all hands on deck.
I think the offensive coordinator comes back because we know how valuable. I think Lane lets Charlie Weiss come back, but I did see that the running backs coach will not be back, so that could potentially hurt him a lot. And I don't know what else coaches they have that Lane took with them, but I think if you got Charlie Weiss, I think you're still doing pretty good.
Because they're trying to fill the team at LSU, and its transfer portal is officially open January the 2nd. So they trying to get some guys in the building. They need coaches in the building to talk to these guys about what the offense is going to be. So I'm not sure how available Charlie Weiss will be. Maybe Charlie Weiss calls the game, but will he actually be in Oxford all week doing practice? So, because last I heard, as of today, he was in Baton Rouge. And
I feel like if this is the case, they should just put Georgia in and be like, they got their coaching staff, so
let's put Ohio State in, running back. They're like the best team that lost.
I'd love to see the rematch.
I'm with it. I'm okay with it.
But
I
it was
think the
good.
same
It was
outcome.
probably the best game of the weekend to me. Ohio State and
Say what?
Miami.
Say it again.
And so Ohio State and Miami was probably the best game to me out of all four of them.
I think so too, man. This Georgia Ole Miss game was good too, though. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, but
I was pretty impressed with what I saw from Ole Miss, especially. They playing for a purpose there, and I like that. I like that. They playing with their heart on their sleeve. They are playing to prove a point to lane that you supposedly left to go somewhere where you can actually win a national championship. And here you are, your old team is one game away from a national championship. So doesn't look right. You left for the wrong reasons to me. Let's talk about this matchup for Fiesta Bowl. Miami, 10th seed, Ole Miss, 6th seed. You guys do not want that bye. I'm telling you. That bye means a lot. So here you go. You got 10 versus 6. You got physical defense versus high octane offense. Tyler, your thoughts on the game?
I don't think this Ole Miss defense can keep up with this Miami offense. I get that Ole Miss can score, but we just saw they can't stop nobody. They can't. So this Miami offense, when they get to scoring, it's hard to stop them.
It's hard to stop them. I
So,
think, or where you done?
yeah, go ahead, go ahead.
I think when you look at our Miami's road through this playoff so far, I think they played two top-notch defenses in Texas A&M, and they played them in bad weather conditions, swirling winds everywhere, couldn't throw the ball down the field, couldn't kick it. So that's kind of slowed down. They made both offenses one-dimensional until Texas A&M went to the quick pass game. And then you got Ohio State all year long has been the number one defense in the nation. And Miami put up 17 offensive points, and they had to pick 6 return to give them the 24. So I think this is the game where you finally get a softer defense. I think this is going to be the Carson Beck game. So I'm thinking Carson Beck leads the team to the next championship this week. He has a pretty awesome game. I'm expecting. I like Miami receivers more than I like Ole Miss receivers. Running game, I think is a wash. I think Mark Fletcher, Cameron Lacey, about the same guy to me. Defensively, Ole Miss has some big boys on the defensive line. I like Franklin. You don't like Franklin?
I mean, they got some big boys, but they ain't Miami.
I like their D-line. I think they shut down the run up the middle, forced Miami to kick it outside.
I don't know
Miami has got
because Frazier was running up and down the middle against them.
Maybe they put a little bit more emphasis on that. They know they got to stop Mark Fletcher from going up the middle, so they had to force him outside. Fletch not as good running to the outside. Miami's offensive line and Miami's defensive line dominate this game as well. Don't like what I see from the Ole Miss defensive line when it comes to pass rushing, and I don't like their secondary at all. I think it's pretty bad.
It's terrible.
So, like I said, this is the Carson Beck game.
And Malachi Tony game.
Yeah, he finally gets off. I've been saying it all season. Miami big, all season. Miami big. Miami big in this game right here in the semifinals, going to the next championship. I'm taking the Hurricanes. I do respect this Ole Miss team. I mean, I think they did a lot. They deserve a lot of credit. They had a good run. If they win, I would not be upset because I like the underdogs. So I think they went from possibly being kicked out of the playoffs to being like a one game win for the next championship. That's a big story. I like that.
Yeah.
Anything you want to say?
I like this game to simply just if I'm Trinidad Chambliss, this game makes me a first round pick. Possibly QB1.
Whoa.
I mean,
let me
ask you this: is he the most talented QB left in the playoffs?
You really want me to answer that?
You think Dante Moore is better than this man?
I think so.
I don't think so. That's where we disagree.
Well, I guess when you add in measurables and all that, and who's been doing it longer, bigger sample size, I like Dante Moore, and I could throw Carson Beck in there too.
Has he been doing it longer though?
Huh?
Has he been doing? Is this Dante Moore's first year starting?
Yeah,
So,
that's true.
so
That's true. But he got some run at UCLA.
3 games.
He 4 games, I thought. Okay, 3 games. 3 game advantage. I mean, because I don't want to take anything away from either guy, but I think Dante Moore's a little bit better, in my opinion. I mean, that's just me.
It's just you.
I think
It's just you.
Trinidad Chambers is closer to QB1 this year than he will be next year. So if he comes out, I understand it.
If Trinidad Chambers, this game will make you QB1. You heard it from me. So go out
If he
there.
wins,
If you put up 5 touchdowns, y'all still lose. It's not your fault. Just know that.
that's not your fault. If he puts up 5 touchdowns, he is QB1. That's gonna be. I would say Miami has faced a lot of dual threat quarterbacks this year, and they've held them all in check. From Thomas Castellanos to what's his boy DJ Lagway, Byron Brown. Excuse me. Who else they had?
Kelly Jennings.
Who? Yeah, Kelly Jennings. Kevin Jennings.
Oh, it's Kelly.
It's Kevin Jennings.
There we go. Last name.
So, yeah, pretty much. Kelly Jennings is the cornerback. It's Kevin.
Okay.
Yeah. Pretty much all those dual threat quarterbacks, they held him in check, but it's Junior saying to a certain extent. But this guy might be built a little different. So we'll see.
That's it for me.
That's it for me too, man. You guys tell us what you think. What was the best game of the weekend? Was it Ohio State, Miami, Ole Miss, Georgia? If you pick any other 2 games, you're wrong. What team do you think has the advantage going into the weekend? Who's more physical? What coaching advantage do you think you like more? Do you like Shannon Dawson? Do you like Charlie Weiss? Who has the advantage during calling the game? Your thoughts on the Fiesta Bowl? Your thoughts on that championship? Let us know down in the comment section below. Appreciate all the love and support. We out.